Most everybody wants to get stronger, and there are those who are self-disciplined enough to get stronger, and those who are not. Those who do have the self-discipline, they go out and they lift weights. They go out and they exercise. Lifting weights makes you sore, makes you uncomfortable. It's not easy to do. Well, the same thing is true with your brain. Anytime you can work your brain, you're going to make it stronger. So I'm going to show you a little exercise. It's going to help you get stronger. But when you mess up, you try again, you try again, you try again, and that's what we do as artists. The further along you progress in the exercises, the more difficult it gets. Persevere. I'm going to need a paintbrush, and the ink is Speedball, which I've got some other videos on that you can watch. So I just got a little cup of ink. It's about that full. You don't want to do it too full because you're not going to use that much, and you don't want to spill it. For the first part of the exercise, how are you going to leave a white line when you have black ink and a paintbrush? I'm going to draw a black line up here. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to draw a black area up here. All right. And it doesn't really matter, later on you'll figure out what shape you're going to make that black area, but for this one it doesn't really matter. The second one matters a little bit more because what you're doing on the second one is you're leaving a space. Now I've created a white line. I've left the white line. The second one, what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit more advanced. We're going to make a circle. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. We're not trying to do anything really perfect just yet. This is practice. The outside of the circle doesn't really matter. You can fill that up with whatever you want to. The inside of the circle, however, does matter because what we're really doing is leaving the white line. And all you have to do is just be careful not to touch the other black area. And now I've left a white circle. And you can do as many shapes as you want to. It's like a square. I'm going to draw a square. But what I'm doing is drawing a white square, not a black square. All right. Again, it doesn't matter what the outside looks like. Doesn't matter about out here. This is just the negative space. As you can see here, I've left sort of an E, but I don't want a white E. I want the outline of an E. So I'm going to color in the inside and leave my white line. Try this with any letter you want to. Try it with all the letters. Phase 3, we're going to do a face. You may end up having to get a smaller brush. I'm painting this black because I'm not worried about the white of the eyes. I'm making a contour line drawing with white lines, just like I would a contour line drawing with black lines. Now, I'm not trying to get real complicated. I don't want to overcomplicate this. Once I get good at this, I can overcomplicate it then. Right now, I just want to be able to make a basic contour line drawing of a basic face the way I would with black on white, but with white on black. And it requires me to think a little bit in advance. I'm having to think about what it is I'm doing before I put down a mark. I'm overcomplicating it. Even though I said I didn't really want to overcomplicate it, I'm overcomplicating it, because when I draw, I usually put bags under the people's eyes and stuff like that. So that's what's going on here. I'm drawing the bags under the guy's eyes. You don't have to do that far ahead just yet. I'm still learning to think a little bit ahead. Notice how that as I'm drawing this, I got real quiet. My brain started thinking about what I was doing and less about talking and gabbing. See how I dripped right there? That's totally okay. Andy Warhol said, you're not really an artist if you don't use drips. I don't know that that's 100% true, but I'm going to go with it in this case because I made a drip and I want to be an artist. I'm not trying to draw a pretty man. I'm trying to learn and get better at my craft. Art. Leave the outline of his hair out here. Now, I hadn't thought much about his shoulders or his neck. For the sake of the brevity of this video, I want to accomplish the neck real quick. So this is not the prettiest face, but what I have done here is different. If I'm doing this for my AP class, then it's going to be a little bit more unique and unexpected to the AP readers. If I'm doing this in my Art 1 or my drawing class, it's going to help me to think better and come up with better ways of applying paint and marks later on. So this is not meant to be perfect. My next one will be better. My next one after that will be better, and so on and so forth, until I have really mastered this technique. But it takes time to master any technique. So this is a brain workout. So this is a problem for me to solve. And so my challenge here was to draw a portrait of somebody with black ink but white contour lines. So anyway, I call it leaving the white line. Good luck. Let me know how it goes.